Back with another movie review for you today. Today I'm going to be reviewing the 31st MCU movie, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, released last year in 2023. The film is directed by Peyton Reed, and the film stars Paul Rudd, Evangeline Lilly, Jonathan Majors, Catherine Newman, Kathy O'Brien, Michael Douglas, Bill Murray, William Jackson Harper, Michelle Pfeiffer, and Michael Douglas. And the plot of Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, according to the internet, is as follows. In the film, Lang, Van Dyne, and their family are accidentally transported to the quantum realm and face off against Kane the Conqueror. And that's your plot of Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Okay, let's just dive right into Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. This, of course, is the third film in the Ant-Man trilogy, I guess. And it's also the first film in Phase 4 of the MCU. Or Phase 5, of the MCU. And I can't believe we've made it to the 31st MCU movie. I'm curious to see how far this franchise is going to go until they stop making them. But Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, this is a very unique Ant-Man movie because we we finally get to explore the quantum realm that we've heard from the previous Ant-Man movie, Ant-Man and the Wasp. And this movie, I gotta say, this movie was very mixed when it came out. Most people that saw it liked it. Most people thought it was okay. I think I saw only a few people hated it. I did enjoy this movie. I did enjoy it. I didn't think it was the worst MCU movie. I did think it was good. But there are some quibbles with it. And that's regarding two of the characters, which we'll talk about in a second. It's regarding two of the cast members. And you all can probably tell who the first one is. Yeah. But Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, this is a very interesting movie in the MCU. I don't hate this movie. For starters, Paul Rudd does a great job as Ant-Man. This is set after the events of Endgame, so everybody is, aware of Scott Lang now. He's the best-selling author. He wrote a book that tells, how he saved the universe from Thanos. Yeah, he's got a lot of stuff going for him. Evangeline Lilly as Hope Van Dyne / the Wasp. She's great. She's now the head of the PIM particles now. So she's good in this movie. Then you have the villain of this movie, Jonathan Majors as Kane the Conqueror. The first thing I will say about Jonathan Majors is he's an okay villain. He doesn't start out that way, but when we finally see, what he plans to do as the villain, he kind of lacks the villain craze in this movie. And, Jonathan Majors, I'm not going to get into the whole, situation with him, but for those of you that don't know, Jonathan Majors was fired from the MCU. I think after he played in this movie, I think he got fired for some allegations. So, and he was supposed to play the main villain in the next Avengers movie, but that's not going to happen. So the next Avengers movie might not come out at the release date it was planned to, due to Jonathan Majors getting fired. But I'm not going to get into that. But Jonathan Majors, he is good in this movie, but he just didn't make a good villain for me. You have Katherine Newton as Cassie Lang. She's pretty good in this movie. She's basically, when we first see her, she's in jail. And apparently she gets to don the Ant-Man suit of her very own that she made. I did enjoy her in this movie. Bill Murray as Lord Claire. He's pretty good. He's a human shaped governor in the quantum realm who seems to have a history with Hope Van Dyne in this movie. So that's kind of interesting. Speaking of Jane Van Dyne, Michelle Pfeiffer joins the cast in this movie as Janet Van Dyne, who was the original Wasp and was stuck in the quantum realm for 30 years. She's pretty good in this movie. Then you have Corey Stoll as Darren Cross / MODOK. And I don't know anything about MODOK. I've never heard of MODOK. I mean, I've heard of him, but I don't know anything about him. Apparently he used to be he used to be an acquaintance of Scott Lang, from what I've heard in the movie. But things kind of took a turn for the worst, and now he's basically now a MODOK with the oversized head. And Corey Stoll, I think he did a great job as Darren Cross / MODOK. Again, I don't know anything about the character MODOK, but I did enjoy him. You have other actors like Michael Douglas does a great job as Dr. Hank Pym, also known as the former Ant-Man. He's pretty good. Randall Park briefly reprises his role in this movie. You get a cameo appearance from Owen Wilson and Tom Hiddleston as Loki. This basically leads into Loki season 2, which Jonathan Majors did star in. He appeared in the final episode of season 1. And I thought Loki was a great show. I really enjoyed Loki. And season 2, and I really hope they make a season 3, because I'd like to see what happens next. So overall, if there's any criticisms I have of this movie, some of the action scenes in this movie are okay. They're not bad. I especially like the action scene with all the Ant-Mans, where Ant-Man basically can, where basically Scott Lang multiplies into a few Ant-Mans, and they all fight each other. I thought that scene was pretty cool. The action scene with Jonathan Kang was pretty good. Peyton Reed's direction of the film is great. Some of the dialogue in this movie kind of just doesn't work for me personally, but that's just me. But yeah, overall, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, I did like this movie. There were a few issues I have with the movie regarding the two main villains, but other than that, I really enjoyed this movie. I didn't hate it, like a lot of people did. But in the end, it's just an Ant-Man movie, so. And I'm not sure if this is the final time we're going to see Ant-Man. I don't know if he's going to appear in the next Avengers movie. I don't know. I really don't know what the deal is going to be with the character, but I guess we'll find out. So I guess on a scale of 1 to 4 stars, I guess I'm going to give Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania a 3 out of 4 stars. 3 out of 4 stars for Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. Just to be generous. I mean, I did enjoy this movie, but some of the dialogue kind of fell flat for me, but that's just me. And there you have it. That's my review of Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. So next time on MCU Movie Review, I will be back to talk about the 32nd MCU movie, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. And we've got 2 more movies left in the MCU, and then that will be it for now. We're getting very close to Deadpool and Wolverine. I'm so excited to see the new Marvel film. And yeah. So, this is Dawson. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe down below. And I'll see you next time on another movie. See you later.